How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, as you can see, we start the 2025 season here against the Oakland Athletics. And you'll see right off the bat, the A's have a new ace in their rotation. So we have the offseason to get through. And, well, I had a whole video edited, rendered, ready to go. And I realized I didn't save the game, and so I lost a good chunk of that progress. Y'all, I was so frustrated. So, I'm going to go over the entire offseason. I have a note here of all the notable free agent signings and trades from most teams. The future teams didn't do anything, so we'll just read from the list here. The Orioles signed J.P. Crawford, Tony Kemp, and Wilmer Flores all for one-year deals. The Yankees traded Giancarlo Stanton to the Astros for C.J. Cron, a one-for-one. Signed Carlos Correa for 6 years, $30 million a year. And Josh Bell and Kevin Kiermaier for 1 year. So the Yankees are a little bit older, but they got rid of an aging, expensive bat and signed a shortstop for the future. Tampa Bay signed Pete Alonso for 4 years, around $12 million a year. The Toronto Blue Jays signed Liam Hendriks, Alex Wood, former Brave, Jerry's Familia, all to 1-year deals. The White Sox were active in the trade market, and they were active with their friends, the Dodgers, as they traded both Jesse Winker and Tim Anderson to the Dodgers in 2 separate deals. Got some bats and pieces back that aren't really notable. Cleveland was also active as they traded Ahmed Rosario to the Cardinals and signed Jacob Stallings and Mitch Garver as their catching duo. Mike Soroka did not get the 5-year deal he was hoping for, as he had to settle for the Twins' 4 years, $60 million deal. In the AL West, the Astros signed Aaron Bummer to 4 years, $13 million a year, and traded for Nick Castellanos of the Phillies. Our Oakland A's that we'll be facing off against signed Pablo Lopez to a 4-year, $41 million deal, Tyler Mahle to 2 years, $42 million, and Matt Barnes, who's been an elite closer for the Phillies and the Red Sox in this franchise. And finally, the last team in the AL to do something was the Rangers, who signed Lucas Sims for a 4-year, $35 million deal, acquired Henry Davis from Pittsburgh and Jared Kelenic from the Mariners, and they also signed Eric Lauer for 3 years, $15 million. On to the NL. Let's start with the Braves. We signed Jeremy Briba for 2 years, $10 million, $5 million a year. Nomar Mazara will add some outfield depth, and we didn't extend, I guess. We bought out Riley's arbitration years. Riley's arbitration years and a few of his free agent years with a 5-year, $18 million a year deal. The Marlins lost Pablo Lopez but gained an ace and signed the biggest name in free agency as Shane Bieber to a 9-year, $315 million total contract, and they got Nick Anderson as their closer. The Phillies, like I said, traded Nick Castellanos, signed Brandon Woodruff to a 4-year, $35 million a year deal, and also signed Brandon Lau for $6 million. 6 years, $15 million a year. So, got a big name arm and a big name bat, the Phillies did. The Nationals kept Soto for 8 years, $272 million total. So hopefully Soto would be around while the Nationals get good again, but we probably won't see that come true here in this franchise. Over in the NL Central, the Cubs signed Jorge Polanco and they traded for Jorge Polanco from the Twins and traded for George Springer. The Reds signed Giovanni Gallegos to a 3-year, $40 million deal. The Brewers, who lost 3 of their 4 pitchers, acquired Tyler Glasnow from the Padres for Christian Yelich, signed Carson Kelly for 9 years, $25 million a year. Massive contract for Carson Kelly. Crazy he got that much. And signed Tyler O'Neill for 3 years for $12 million a year. The Cardinals acquired Rhys Hoskins from the Twins, signed Eloy Jimenez to a 5-year deal for $13 million a year, and were a part of the Ahmed Rosario trade. The Diamondbacks didn't do much, but they did get Adam Duvall and Mitch Haniger. The Rockies signed Alex Verdugo for 5 years, $55 million. Total, the Dodgers, of course, acquired Jesse Winker and Tim Anderson, and they also acquired Xander Bogaerts from the Red Sox. And finally, the Giants acquired James McCann, who we were looking at in free agency, but ultimately did not get him. Got Harrison Bader, Castillo, Will Smith, and Garrett Hampson. So an overall fairly active offseason, and now we will get underway with opening day. Now let's start this season off with a bang here as we face the Oakland Athletics, who are still in their rebuild. So it'll be interesting to see what they do as they, bring in Pablo Lopez and Tyler Mahle to, bolster the rotation, and let's see what happens. Max Fried on the mound for us. So we faced Lopez plenty of times before, but this will be the first time that he suits up in the green and gold. Let's pick things up here in the second. Matt Olson climbing in to face his former team. Really just, nobody on there was teammates when he was on the team, but there's a swing and a drive, and Oakland A's fans have seen this one before as Matt Olson crushes that first pitch to right field, leaping catch attempt made, by the right fielder, but it is long gone, and the Braves strike first here in 2025, and they've got a 1-0 lead. Here is Gordon Lorenz in the third now. And he's going to hit that one up the middle. Max Muncy, the second baseman. Tough play, but Lorenz with his speed will beat it out. Ronald Acuna now with a 1-2 count. Lorenz on the move. Pitch misses high. The throw down is a little bit high as well, and Lorenz steals a base. 2-2, and way high fastball gets Acuna to chase. Lopez picks up his first strikeout. Ozzie Albies with a 2-2 count. 1 out. Gets overmatched by the heater. Another strikeout. Here, excuse me. Here is Austin Meadows now. First pitch hit in the gap, and it'll split the left fielder and the center fielder, and Lorenz will score. Meadows with an RBI double, and it's a 2-0 Braves lead in the third. Trey Turner trying to make it 3-0. Lopez's pitch is a good breaking ball that gets him. Couldn't really tell what it was for strike 3. Max Muncy, the top prospect for the A's, made his debut in 2024. Will take a fastball low, 1-0. Hit up the middle, past the diving Albies into center field, and the A's have their first hit here in the fourth with 1 out. Ramon Laureano, the center fielder. Actually, I don't know if he's playing center field. I can't remember if it's him or Pache. One of them may be in left. One of them may be in right. Who knows? I didn't really look at the lineup. But he's quickly down. He's 1 count. High fly ball to center field. Lorenz at the wall, leaps, and he, just like his counterpart in the outfield, could not make the catch. And Laureano with his first home run of the year, straight away center field. It's a 2-run shot, and we're all tied at 2.
The right fielder, number 20.
On to the 5th, Christian Pache, who's in right field. He connects. He pulls that to left field. Ian Happ is going to watch as that one sails out of here. Christian Pache goes deep. His first of this young season, and it's bittersweet for him as it is off his former team and his former teammate on the Braves. And he gives the A's the lead in the 5th. It's 3-2. Lawrence Butler, the first baseman. Takes a strike, 0-1. Freed at 50 pitches now. Fouls that fastball off, 0-2. Got him with the slider, so Fried bounces back after giving up the solo shot for a strikeout. On to the 6th, Lopez still out there at 75 pitches. And he's going to get Meadows with the breaking ball. His 4th strikeout. Austin Riley now. He's down 2-2. And Lopez gets him with the slider in the dirt. So 5 strikeouts through 6 innings and 2 runs for Pablo Lopez. Not bad for his Oakland A's debut. Here's Max Muncy. He singled his last time up. Fastball at the outside corner, strike 1. Fastball swung on and missed, 1-2. Chopper up the third base line. Tough play for Fried, but Muncy with the speed. I think anybody would have beaten that one out. He'll be on base for the 2nd time tonight. Ramon Laureano climbing in. Homered his last time up. Takes a sinker low. And I'll tell y'all what, it was really hard reading Contreras' signs at this camera angle. So don't love playing in Oakland. Laureano connects and hits that to left. And just like Pache, he will go deep. This time for his 2nd of the game. And it is wide open now. It's 5-2 A's. So Max Fried not looking too great in his season debut. Shouldn't really lose to Oakland, but it's so far the Braves are down 3.
For the A's, the shortstop.
So here's John Briba, our newly acquired relief pitcher. And he'll face 7-8-9. The shortstop Robert Pawson climbs in. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. Right on left matchup here. Briba with a 4-seam slider. We'll have to see what he throws next because I didn't get a chance to read it. But that's a changeup, so 4-seam slider, changeup, and that's it. 3-pitch mix here from Briba. Classic relief pitcher repertoire here, and he's going to get the strikeout on 3 pitches. So the first batter is a Brave, gets the strikeout. Christian Pache now. He has himself a home run, but he's going to get called out on strikes with the slider. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts. And here's Lawrence Butler. First pitch swinging, hits that to center field. So John Briba has a clean 1-2-3 debut for the Braves. On to the 9th, Matt Barnes coming in. Newly acquired closer from the A's. And I guess this season wasn't, 2024 campaign wasn't as good as this 2023 or 2022 campaign. 2022 and 23, he was awesome, but this time not so much it seems. Meadows first pitch into the shift. Tough play for Muncy, who's deep in the hole, and Meadows is able to beat it out for a leadoff single. 2 outs now for Matt Olson. Barnes' first pitch is a knuckle curve way outside, ball 1. Olson is 2 for 3. Would be great if he could hit a home run here. It wouldn't tie the game, but it'd bring us within 1. It's 5-2 A's in the 9th. Knuckle curve, a little high in the zone. Barnes doesn't want to keep throwing that pitch there. Misses 3 straight to Matt Olson. 2-1. Possibly swung at ball 4 as the splitter got him to chase. I'm sorry, at ball 3. Count is back even. In the dirt, ball 3. Full count, runner on the move with 2 men down. And that is Meadows at first. Hit towards the gap, and that will get down and split the outfielders. Meadows to third. He's going to come all the way around and score as Olson drives in another. And it's 5-3 still, but we've got to run. comeback is on. Tying run will be at the plate.
Now back.
And the A's aren't going to risk it as Adam Kolarek gets called in to get the save. A lot better stats than Barnes, but a lot less appearances. Here's Ian Happ now batting from the right-hand side. His first pitch swinging into right center field. Laureano is there, and he makes the catch. And the A's take an opening day, 5-3. Probably one of only a few wins they will get this season. And Pablo Lopez gets his first win as an A. But as you will see, we are not done yet. We may have lost this game, but we'll end up taking this series against the A's. And then we have a brief 2-game series here against the Marlins, which, again, you'll see as we sim past, we take game 1 and game 2 will be a very special game, as my motto this season is letting the young kids play. And we're going to be doing just that. So we'll take this series against the A's and we'll look to sweep the Marlins, and then Dave Klein will make his MLB debut. All right, so here is this game in Miami, the end of a 2-game series split, or series, I guess, going for the sweep. Dave Klein making his major league debut, our top 3rd prospect, wearing the number 4. And there you kind of, here's our top 10 prospect. Michael Harris is number 6 on the MLB list. Claudio Del Villar, Jeffrey Ramos, Teddy Smith, Willie Jimenez, Matt Tabar, DeAndre Reyes, Alan Guerrero, and Rory Bautista, who is in the lineup today, but we won't see any of his at-bats. He is playing for Ozzie, who is day-to-day right now. Didn't really get a chance to see what the injury is, but Ozzie is day-to-day. Both the Braves and the Marlins are 3-1. Marlins off to a hot start. Were just handed their first loss in Monday's game. And so it's a Wednesday getaway day for Dave Klein and Panning. Leon Contreras behind the plate. I don't know why I was going to say behind the mound. But there's Klein that you see, 5'11", 183 pounds, 22-year-old. And it'll be interesting to kind of see what he does. So here you guys can see his stats out of Illinois. 4-pitch mix, a lot of breaking stuff. Stamina's good, but there you see his stats aren't amazing. His pitching clutch, awful. Control, not great. K per 9 and hit per 9, also not really great. And even home runs per 9 aren't amazing. But he's young. He's only a 72 overall. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what he does for this team and how he progresses throughout the year. Don't love that he doesn't really have another fastball. I know his splitter, can kind of be that substitute, but don't love his pitch mix as much. But you take what you can get, and you don't throw a fit. So here we go. Dave Klein's pitching debut. So, to the bottom of the first, Cahill Watson climbing in, 2-0 Braves lead already off an Austin Riley 2 RBI single. And the first pitch of Dave Klein's career is a 2-seamer called a strike. A little questionable, but as you'll possibly see throughout this umpire strike zone is fairly lenient. And the ball's hit to left field. Ian Happ is there, and that's the first big league out for Klein. And here we're going to take a look at the Marlins batting order. So Watson at short, Garrett Cooper at first, Fremel Reyes at DH, Jesus Sanchez, JJ Bleday, and Eddie Rosario, center, right and left, Jazz Chisholm, Wes Kath, and Joe Mack, second, third base, and catching, respectively. So 1-2 count on Garrett Cooper, who's back with the Marlins after spending some time with the Brewers and getting traded to the Brewers from the Marlins for Willie Adames. So he's back in Miami, and he's going to be a ground out with him. Fremel Reyes climbing in, 3 home runs already in 4 games for the DH. I love that Garrett Cooper's back on the Marlins, y'all. That's just such a cool fact. Here we go. Reyes hits that high and deep to left, off the wall. There's Klein's first hit surrendered, but Reyes is slow. Throw into second, and Reyes is out by a mile. So a clean inning, but Klein does give up his first hit. On to the bottom of the second, Jesus Sanchez with a full count, and there's his first walk as the two-seamer is just outside, doesn't get the call up there. So the Marlins have a leadoff man on. It's 3-0 now, Braves. Here's a J.J. Bleday, former top prospect in Miami. Takes a two-seamer at the knees called strike one. I guess what I don't love about Klein's pitch mix is there is no fastball. Or four-seamer, I guess. And that's going to get past Riley and Turner into left for a base hit. Runners at first and second now with nobody out. So yeah, I kind of wish there was a four-seamer, but you know, oh well, what can you do? Here's Eddie Rosario. He's first pitch swinging into center field. Lorenz isn't going to get there. And they will hold the runners at third, so Klein in his first jam. Here's where you're going to see that 21 pitching clutch come into play. Bases loaded. Nobody out for Jazz. Chisholm. Sinker call or two-seamer called a strike. 0-1. Chisholm stepping out of the box to regroup, and that's past Riley down the third base line into the corner. That's gonna clear the bases as Chisholm ties this game up at 3 and is in there with a triple. Still nobody out. Wes Kath now, the third baseman, hits that to center field. Lorenz is over to his right, makes the catch. Chisholm tags. Lorenz, his arm already disappointing me so far tonight. And the Marlins take a 4-3 lead in the second. Joe Mack, the catcher now, with one man out. Two-seamer. One thing I was impressed with Klein throughout this whole start is that he really was able to locate his two-seamer. Breaking stuff and the splitter, not so much. But the two-seamer, just spot-on control. Hit to Bautista. And 2 men down. Jesus Sanchez now in the third with 2 men out. And sliding stop by Matt Olson. He can take it to the bag himself. On to the fifth. 5-4 Atlanta now. 9-1 and 2 for the Fish. Here's Joe Mack. That's going to find the hole. And that'll get through to left field for a leadoff hit. Klein giving up his fair share of base runners. Like I said, his hit per 9 and K per 9 and clutch are not great, but, you know, it is what it is. Lineup card flipping over, Khalil Watson, 0 for 2. Lazy fly into left, happens there. Catch made, 1 man down. And I guess, I don't know why it makes me have to throw to the cutoff man, but, you know, whatever. So, 0 for 3 is Watson.
First baseman,
Garrett Cooper has been quiet, 0 for 2. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Just late, but made decent contact. So something you got to keep an eye on here with the 1-run lead. To Olson. Throws on to second. Turner back to Matt. It's a double play onto the sixth. It's 8-4 as the Braves have opened this ball game wide open. That sentence doesn't work, but oh well. Fremel Reyes with another base hit. And nobody out. Jesus Sanchez climbing in. That's going to find some outfield grass. So again, giving up a lot of hits is Klein, but he does have a 4-run lead now, so I feel a little more confident keeping him in. I will do a mound visit and warm, a couple pitchers up in Minter and Hicks, just because you never know with that clutch where it is. You just don't know what to expect, and I want to have someone ready to go. Good splitter right at the knees. Bleday can't believe it. 1 for 2. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Fouled off. 0 and 2. Still looking for that first strikeout is Klein. Pitch 58. Double play ball. Bautista on to Turner. On to Olson. Now runner at third, though. And that's a ground ball to Matt Olson. So Klein gets the ground balls. And He will end up going a 7th inning. I did not,
The final line score for our
I
ball game
forgot to
this
take him out when I
afternoon.
just simmed the
For
rest. He got his first
victorious
strikeout,
Atlanta Braves,
but he
9
gets the
runs,
win. 7
14
innings, 9 hits, 1
no
strikeout, a
errors,
walk,
and
and
left
4 runs.
16 men on
Matt
base.
Olson is your player of the game, 3 for 3 with a home run and a
For the
double.
Marlins,
There you see
5
Olson
runs,
did well.
12 hits,
Acuna was 2
no
for 4
errors,
with a
they
couple
left 7
RBIs.
men on base.
Couple RBIs from Riley in his first at bat, and Austin Meadows doing what he can. So, that is Dave Klein's debut and opening day in the books. Not quite sure what I'll do for next time. Might do a couple player lock games with Bautista. Who knows, because he is our top prospect. So, with all that being said, I will catch you guys next time. If you liked what you saw, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as I post videos as often as I can. And with that, I will see you guys later for more MLB The Show. Make sure you check out my other content as well. I'll catch you guys next time. Happy 2025. Let's go. Good start to the year. See you guys later.